2023 high school baseball and softball on WJER is made possible by great local sponsors like Keim Home Center, Wood Electric, Pets Place, Dover Brake, Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, Kemp Insurance, Smartway Communications, T-County Boxing Academy, Wendy's, Geib Funeral Homes, Crematories and Pet Crematory, Subway, Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital, and Omni Fiber. Tune in for today's game on 100.9 FM, AM 1450, or watch live online at WJER.com/videos or on the WJER Radio YouTube channel. Now let's go live to the ballpark for all of today's action on WJER, the sports voice of the Valley.
And a good afternoon, and we welcome you into tournament baseball as we have made the trip down to Harrison Central. This is their field. It's called Mazeroski Field, and we have a Division II semifinal game in the regionals. 2 wins, and one of these teams will be moving on into the state championship. The final 4 teams, Willie Grove along with Denny Trimmer, Phil Tidrick. Gentlemen, welcome to, I don't know, there's no other high school facility that I've ever seen as nice as this.
Well, Phil and I were in Steubenville a week ago, and we thought then that we had seen the premier high school baseball facility. This, with some of the extras, kind of makes Steubenville feel like we were doing a game maybe at the Waterworks field instead. This is incredible.
I'm not sure I'd go quite like that, but no, it is for a high school stadium. I don't know that there's a better high school stadium in this part of the state of Ohio. I mean, I know I've been to a lot of baseball fields throughout, and I don't know that I've seen a high school field that's quite like this, especially with the turf. I've seen a lot that has, good green grass and manicured and the dirt and everything like that, but this is pretty amazing for a high school.
Well, in New Philadelphia, they make the trip to the regional semifinals. Their opponent is Cambridge, both teams with 16 wins on the season. Quakers have played an additional 6 games. Cambridge 16-4, New Philadelphia 16-10. Bottom line, guys, New Philly's going to have to get over how nice this is and come out and play some baseball. I think errors might be a big key today.
Well, and you think pregame jitters. We saw some of the bobbles in the just infield practice. This is a big stage. You've got big crowds on both sides, a lot at stake. You win today, you're back in action tomorrow for a chance to get to state. So, errors do come into play, and certainly they will be magnified on a day like this.
Absolutely. Hey, we're going to take a break. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, and we'll be back with more right here on your sports voice of the Valley.
Family owned and operated for more than 50 years, Dover Brake specializes in sales and service of everything involving automotive and heavy-duty brakes, along with a vast selection of truck parts and accessories. They also offer alignment, custom U-bolt bending, industrial sandblasting, bonding, and more. And now, you can find the parts you're searching for with a complete in-store inventory updated regularly at DoverBrakeInc.com. Safely shop and pay online and have your purchase delivered, or pick it up at Dover Brake, Route 250 in Strasburg, online at DoverBrakeInc.com.
Hello, Dover. Omni Fiber is excited to be a part of your community and offer a new choice in internet service. For a limited time, when you sign up for Omni Fiber, you will get 3 months free internet. That's right, 3 months free. Enjoy the speed and reliability of our new 100% fiber network with upload speeds up to 50 times faster than cable, Ohio-based sales and customer service, and speeds up to 2 gig. Sign up today and get 3 months of Omni Fiber internet on us. Visit omnifiber.com/WJER to learn more.
This is Jim Moser with Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. We are living in unusual times, and virtually all businesses are affected by product shortages and shipping delays. With this in mind, I'd like to encourage you to keep your current HVAC system in good working order. Service is our first order of business, and we want to be your first call anytime you need help with your heating and cooling system, even if it's in the middle of the night.
To schedule a maintenance check of your HVAC system, call Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, your local trained comfort specialist at 330-343-5511.
Pets Place in New Philadelphia is your locally owned leader in pet supply and wellness. Pets Place has products for pets from fish to ferrets, from bunnies to birds, even reptiles, and of course, everything you need for cats and dogs. Stop by and talk to one of their knowledgeable team members about the frequent buyer program. Pets Place, 118 Commercial Avenue Southwest in New Philadelphia. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 8 and Saturday and Sunday 9 to 6. You can also visit at petsplaceohio.com or on Facebook.
And again, we welcome you back to Mazeroski Field. We're down in Cadiz, Ohio, and I'll tell you, Denny and I kind of arrived a little bit early, got everything set up, and we took the long way around, Denny. I found out from the guy beside me. We took the gravel road for the last 4 miles or so, and all of a sudden it opens up into just a beautiful facility and camping ground up behind us in case we wanted to bring the camper and maybe stay overnight. I don't think we have to do that, do we?
No, but you're right. We did kind of have dirt roads, gravel roads, but you know what? When Gas and Oil says let's do this, they go for the biggest spot of land they can find, and boy, out in the middle of nowhere, this is baseball beauty at its finest.
Now, guys, New Philadelphia, some impressive wins to get here. We talked a little earlier about maybe Philly having a kind of an average season during the regular season. But, boy, they have turned it on once again, making it to the regional semifinals, and a couple key pitchers along the way, haven't they?
They are. You know, the Quakers have Carter Vandal, the 6'5" senior. Obviously, I looked at his stats. He's 4-0 on the year. You know, he missed part of the season with a lower leg injury, and he's come out 4-0. .931 ERA, I believe. He's also hitting about 390 after the last game, or close to 400 on the season, and really the catalyst, obviously, for the Quakers. On the other hand, you know, you've got Jake Valentine, who's given up 5 earned runs in 42 innings pitched. He might not be the big strikeout artist per se, but, you know, anytime you hold a team to 5 earned runs in 42 innings, that's pretty good as well. And he's one of their big hitters, along with their catcher, Reagan Rogers. Those guys seem to have the big punch at number 3 and number 4 in the lineup for the Bobcats.
Well, neither pitcher today is going to be giving up a lot of runs. You know, Carter Vandal for New Philly and Valentine for Cambridge, guys, both of them about 0.8 and 0.9 ERA. Is it going to be a pitcher's duel today?
You would like to think it's going to be a pitcher's duel, and you'd like to think both of these guys are going to come rested, locked in, and ready to go. But, Willie, it could be something like the errors you mentioned earlier, or just one big hit. Maybe it's a pass ball that gets a guy to second base after a walk or a single. That guy in scoring position all game long is going to be major, a big deal today, more so than your regular season run-of-the-mill games where we just keep on grinding through. The pressure is up a notch today, so everything's magnified, and, it's going to be important for those two horses to come out with their best stuff.
It's going to be Cambridge, New Philadelphia, and we're going to take another break. Back with more pregame right here on your sports voice of the Valley.
Take your summer projects even further with Kime Loyalty Rewards. Start earning 2.5% back on all purchases when you become a member. Visit us online at kimehome.com for more information, or call us at 330-893-2251 to sign up today. Our Home Center and Charm is your trusted source for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
This is Don Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Whether it's repair work from a fender bender, the after effects of a powerful storm, or a life-changing moment like a house fire, Kemp Insurance is here to provide unmatched customer service. Kemp Insurance, your local hometown agents for over 35 years.
This is Nathan Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Contact us today for all your auto, home, farm, business, and life insurance needs. We're proud to have been your local hometown agents for over 35 years and look forward to helping you see the difference local agents can make for you. Kemp Insurance in New Philadelphia.
Tired of unreliable internet service and unexpected bill increases? Experience internet another way, the Smart Way. Smart Way Communications is your locally owned and operated high-speed internet provider now serving Dover and New Philadelphia and beyond. Don't get locked into plans with more or less speed than you need. Smart Way is the better way. Local customer service, local infrastructure, and community-minded. That's the Smart Way to get reliable, affordable internet in Tuscarawas County. Call Smart Way at 740-254-8201, online at thinksmartway.com.
Whether you're looking for a little extra income on the side or an exciting full-time career with endless potential for advancement, our local McDonald's has an opportunity for you. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, fun perks, and a supportive team environment are all part of the package. A job at McDonald's is one of a kind, just like you. Wherever you are in life, you can find a meaningful career at McDonald's, and it comes with a side of whatever makes you happy. Apply online at mcdonalds.com today.
Valentine, Lee Stoner, and your head coach.
And we welcome you back to Mazeroski Field. Everybody getting ready to do the national anthem. Both teams have been introduced on the field. We'll go through the lineups here in just a moment, and we will take a break now, and we will bring you the national anthem.
Country.
And again, Willie Grove along with Denny Trimmer and Phil Tidrick. We're going to bring you all the action this afternoon. Beautiful day for baseball. I don't know that you could ask for anything better. And guys, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll have the first inning, New Philadelphia up to bat. Back with more right here on your sports voice of the Valley.
Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital is your first choice for primary care. From a network of family providers to convenient locations near you, you'll always get safe care right where you need it. For wellness visits, for managing your health conditions, for every care in the world. Turn to Union Hospital for all your primary care needs. All Union Hospital locations are accepting new patients. Don't delay. Schedule an appointment today at 330-602-0778.
The T County Boxing Academy is the area's #1 training center for those who are serious about boxing. Serious athletes know that everything they put into their bodies affects their workouts, which is why the T County Boxing Academy offers the industry's best supplements at the best prices for the best workouts possible, including brands like 5% Nutrition. Try their real food protein with low glycemic carbs. If you want to train like the pros, use the supplements Pro Boxer Sugar Dre Donovan of Urixville uses. Available at the T County Boxing Academy, located on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
Wendy's new French toast sticks are so delicious, some are saying that they're better than their mom's breakfast.
Excuse me. Did you just say Wendy's new French toast sticks are better than my breakfast?
Mom, is that you?
Answer the question.
I said some people are saying that because they're so crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside and perfect in every way.
Uh-huh. And what do you think?
I think it's time to tell people to choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new sweet and crispy home-style French toast sticks.
That's still not an answer.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
And we welcome you back. First inning play-by-play, Denny Trimmer.
Thank you very much, Willie. The Quakers will bat first. They are the visiting team on the scoreboard. And today's first pitch from Valentine is low, ball one. Carson Long, the batter. The sophomore right fielder, hitting .311 on the season. Takes a called strike on the outside corner. Amongst the team leaders with 6 doubles on the campaign, and the team leader in steals with 9. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's low. 2-1. As mentioned, we're at Mazeroski Field, the beautiful home for the Harrison Central Huskies. 320 down the lines. 375 to straightaway center. The 2-1 pitch. Also out of the zone, a little high that time for ball 3. And so far, so good for Carson Long. He's ahead in the count, 3-1. Valentine kicks and fires. Swung on and missed. Just under the hands that time of the sophomore. Phil, tough spot to try and turn on that inside pitch.
It was. It was a good pitch by Valentine. And payoff pitch is coming now.
Valentine delivers outside for ball 4. The Quakers with nobody out have the leadoff man aboard. Good time to remind you that the Geib family and staff wish all of our areas of spring sports athletes the best of luck this season. When it matters most, you can put your trust in Geib. Geib Funeral Homes, crematories, remembrance centers, and pet crematory, serving Tuscarawas County families for 5 generations. Brant Wells, the senior second baseman, steps in and quickly squares. And they're going to call a balk, Phil.
So well, I didn't see. I'm sorry, Denny. I didn't see it, to be honest with you. But you know, those umpires, they see little different things. I was kind of writing in my book here and looked up, and he called time. I just thought there was timeout called.
So that will advance Long to second base with nobody out. Wellesley squared at the first attempt. We'll see what he does here. Wiggling that bat behind the ear, pushes it down the right side, just foul. Quakers, the road team, wearing the traveling black tops with the gray trousers and black, red and white striped socks. Cambridge wearing the blue tops, white bottoms, and the white and blue caps in the field. 0-1 count to Brant Wells. Valentine now out of the stretch. The impressive senior pauses, looks in, now fires. Wellesley again squares. Gets this one down fair, and it's a good one. Valentine collects and throws out Wells at first, but not before Mason Long advances to third base with just 1 down.
Now batting number 15, Carter Vandal.
And here's the straw that stirs the drink. Carter Vandal stepping in. Vandal, who will be the starting pitcher when the Quakers are in the field, steps in with a team-leading .414 average. Pitch is fouled back. We're going to talk a lot about these pitchers today. Vandal now facing his opposite number, Jake Valentine. Both have impressive 4-0 records. Both pitchers under 1 run in the ERA department. Swung on and missed. Valentine with the advantage. Up 0-2 in the count. 1 down in the Quaker half of inning number 1. Runner at third. And Valentine goes outside that time. Vandal didn't bite.
Dropped down a little bit, 3/4. Tried to get it to move off the plate. It was down and out, and Vandal was able to take.
Carter steps back in, has the bat on that left shoulder. Gets ready, watches one, just off the inside corner. They'll say a little too far inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, count even. And time is going to be called as Reagan Rogers wants to go talk to Jake Valentine. Coach, kind of a thing where they want to make sure they're on the same page.
For sure. And, don't want to make a mistake, obviously. It'd be great if he could induce a strikeout or a little pop-up to the infield and keep that runner on third base.
And here's Valentine with a 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled straight down. And that's a foul ball. Count will remain at 2-2. Vandal has been the hitting hero in this postseason. He's been the pitching hero with a perfect game in this postseason. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. And that time Valentine reached back for something a little extra. High in the zone, spun it past Vandal. The swinging strikeout means out number 2 for Maddox Brown.
Now batting number 9, Maddox Brown.
Brown, the senior first baseman, has been the team's best hitter in the postseason. Steps in with that big right-handed frame, watches the first pitch sail outside for ball 1. Quakers looking to get on the board early. Leadoff man Carson Long walked and is now standing at third base with 2 down in the inning. Strike 1 called on the outside corner.
Yeah, what the Quakers obviously need is to get this run in, because if they don't, then that's going to kind of give some of the momentum to Cambridge.
Brown off the handle, fouls that one back. And now Valentine in that pitcher's count, 1 ball, 2 strikes, looking to work out of some first inning trouble. Brown with his right foot on the back line of the batter's box, steps in, fouls it back to the screen. Fans, whether it's a sniffle, a sneeze, or something more serious, world-class care is near you. You can find your nearest provider at clevelandclinic.org/locations. And, of course, we want to say thanks to Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital, our neighbor on the boulevard, for joining us on this broadcast. Inside that time, almost hit him. Evens the count at 2-2. Phil, perhaps more than any other Quaker hitter this postseason, Maddox Brown has been clutch with runners in scoring position.
He has, and especially late in the games. From that fourth inning, fifth inning on, he's been pretty good.
Goes after the high fastball for strike 3, so a pair of strikeouts to end the inning. Gets Cambridge out of trouble. New Philadelphia unable to push one across. No score after a half. Back with the Bobcats, half of inning number 1, right after this on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Hi, this is Ann Geib, president of the Geib Funeral Homes and Crematories. If our family and staff had the opportunity to share a significant date with you through a program, a meeting, a conversation, or a family remembrance, thank you for allowing us to share in your life. It's what the Geib family and staff have been doing for 5 generations, and it is what we'll continue to do, to take care of whatever you need, in the Geib tradition of excellence.
Welcome back to Mazeroski Field, a Division II regional semifinal. New Philadelphia unable to score in the top half of inning number 1. Cambridge coming to bat. I'm Denny Trimmer, Willie Grove, and Phil Tidrick on board as well for this call. Glad to have you with us on WJER. Whether you're listening on air, online, or you're watching the stream on our YouTube channel, courtesy of our friends at Claxon Communications, we are glad you are with us. It's going to be Kaiser, Moore, and Rogers for Cambridge, taking on New Philadelphia senior Carter Vandal. Getting their first look at him. The senior is 4-0. ERA at .90 on the season. How about this career for Carter Vandal? Just 3 years because of the COVID year, but 3 years of pitching at New Philadelphia. Phil, 14-1, 108 strikeouts versus 15 career walks.
Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. I've watched him. I played baseball with I coached his father back in the 90s, and then I've also played Class A baseball with his father. So can be kind of keeping an eye on him. Plus, watch him play hoops at New Philly, but keeping an eye on him as a baseball player and knowing that he's awfully good.
Well, we'll get into who was better, Bruce or Carter, as the game drags on. But for now, Kaiser steps in, and Vandal's first pitch is outside and low for ball 1. You mentioned basketball, of course, a 1,000-point scorer, the third all-time leading scorer in boys basketball history. Carter Vandal serves that one up the middle, and as quickly as it went in, Kaiser sent it right back up the middle into center field for a base hit. So much like the Quakers had a man on to lead off their portion of inning number one, a Kaiser single starts off the Bobcats first. Caden Moore steps in, the right fielder, 278 on the season. Amongst the team leaders with 17 runs batted in, the big lefty in the box. Way outside setup for Bolin, and they're going to sacrifice and try and advance. Carter Vandal gets the bunt, throws to first for out number one. Kaiser, though, checks in at second base. So both teams thinking small ball with that first man getting aboard.
I mean, you think about it, Denny. Both pitchers have under a 1 ERA, and their coaches are just feeling that you're going to have to scrap for every run that you can possibly get.
The impressive catcher, junior Reagan Rogers, steps in and takes Carter Vandal's first pitch and floats one into right where it's corralled by Carson Long. Great throw to third, but the speedy Kaiser is going to slide in head first and beat the throw. So much like the Quakers. Now the Bobcats with two down have a runner in scoring position at third base. Valentine will step in. 370 on the season, 12 RBI. And amongst the team leader in doubles with 4. Chance to help his own cause here. Vandal out of the stretch, kicks and fires. Outside corner called strike. Good job framing the pitch. A little nuance there. Boy, the catchers just kind of feel it's called framing, but they're able to put that ball and just kind of hold it just right so it maybe looks like a strike when maybe it wasn't.
Well, you know what? The better catchers, they talk about being able to frame pitches. And that is an art, to be able to get that glove turned the right way and be able to frame that pitch. But, we've got our catcher right now is not even hardly in the catcher's box.
Ball with the outside set up on an 0-2 count. Tried to get Valentine to chase. Nothing doing there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down in the Cambridge portion of inning number 1. No score, but Bobcats are threatening with a runner at third. Vandal looks in. Fires inside on the breaking ball. Bolin thought he had him. Started to trot off. Just a little hot.
That's not something you usually want to do to the umpire, because the umpires don't take too kindly to that most of the time, and it was an honest mistake. I thought we were going to the next inning too. So
the 2-2 pitch, stroke to the shortstop. Kane Audie off his mid into center field. That's going to be a base hit. Coming up with it is Caden Stewart. Checking in at first is Valentine with an RBI single. Bobcats on top, 1-0.
Now batting third baseman,
2 down in
Angelo Rocco.
inning number 1. Angelo Rocco, the third baseman, will step in. He's a 240 hitter from the right side, 17 runs batted in. Vandal now will look in and deliver again. The outside setup. Vandal put it right where Bolin was set up, but that's just off the plate outside the zone for ball 1. Boy, in a game with a pair of guys that don't give up more than a run a game, a 1-run early lead is a big deal. That ball's fouled back.
It is. Any runs you can scrape out in a regional semi game against 2 outstanding pitchers, you got to try to scrap for whatever you can get.
Curve ball just broke outside the zone. Ball and a strike to the senior Angelo Rocco. Rocco waving that bat behind his helmet. Awaits the pitch that's outside. Now 3-1 the count. 2 down, runner at first base for the Bobcats. They lead New Philadelphia 1-0. First inning action for Mazeroski Field. Vandal looks in and delivers inside for ball 4. That will bump Valentine to second base. Checking in at first with the walk is Rocco. And Davion Barr, the speedy center fielder, checks in. Barr is a senior as well. Steps in from the left side. Swung on and missed. Carter had a little heat on that. Put it right under his hands. Barr hits .268 on the season. Hitting in the 6th spot for the Bobcats. Inside on that pitch. And Barr now looks down to third base for signal from Coach Jamal Lowry. Steps in. Rocking that bat back and forth. Vandal kicks, throws, and that ball's flared just over the shortstop's head into left center field. 1 run will score. Runners now at second and third on an RBI double for Davion Barr. Well, .268 on the season. You think maybe he can, maybe he can't, but boy, he put it right where he needed to, right in the left center gap, Phil.
He did. And right now Carter's getting his pitches are up at the belt and right down the middle of the plate.
So Garrett Carpenter now, the left fielder. How about this? Freshman for the Bobcats, starts in left field, hits .340 on the season, 10 RBI. And he's got a chance to crack this open with runners at second and third. He drives it to shortstop Kane Oddie. Oddie scoops, fires across to Brown. That will end the damage. But not before a 2-run score for the Bobcats after 1 inning of play. It's Cambridge 2, New Philadelphia nothing. Back with more right after this on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
The Eat Fresh refresh just won't stop. Now Subway is refreshing their catering with easy order platters and box meals perfect for any occasion. Start with sandwich or wrap platters. They're loaded with craveable crowd pleasers to feed your crew without all the work. Or try individually packaged box meals featuring a tasty 6-inch sub, footlong, or wrap, plus chips and a freshly baked cookie. When you have a group to feed, make it fun, delicious, and easy with catering from Subway. Visit Subway.com to place your catering order. Advance notice may be required.
Anyone can improve their balance, hand-eye coordination, discipline, footwork, endurance, and cardio with boxing classes at the T County Boxing Academy on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia. Stop in, call, or text to get the same animal and 5% nutrition sports supplements used by pro boxer Sugar Dre Donovan, featuring the all-new 5% pre-workout RTD known as Kill It. Follow the T County Boxing Academy on Facebook for training videos and product reviews. The T County Boxing Academy, where serious athletes train.
And we welcome you back in, and it's top of the second inning right now, and New Philadelphia behind early, trailing 2-0. Good first inning if you're a Bobcat fan for New Philadelphia. They've played from behind sometimes, Phil, and that's where they're at right now.
You know, they have. They played from behind, I believe it, against Tri-Valley. They give up 1 in the first, and he was able to escape that game, but tonight they got him for 3 hits and 2 runs, both earned, and they were hitting the ball pretty solidly. So most of those pitches seem to be right down the middle of the plate, and so he's got to start doing a little better job of working up and down and in and out.
For the Quakers here at the top of the second, it's going to be Noah Bolin, Gavin Blake, and it will be the designated hitter, Keaton Fousel, as New Philadelphia now trailing 2-0. As Bolin steps in, hitting .304 on the season, 17 RBIs. Bolin, one of the Quakers that has a home run on the year. Not a whole lot of home run hitters in this game. There's a called strike on the outside corner.
I think they either deaden the ball or deaden the bats. To be honest, I'm being very serious about that.
There's a hit to the second baseman. Nice pickup. First out for the Quakers. It's going to bring up Gavin Blake now, the junior, hitting .262, 13 RBIs on the season.
Gavin Blake.
On the season, I think Cambridge just one home run across the board, and we saw how hard they hit the ball in that first inning. We kind of knew coming in. They put up double digits against Indian Valley, and of course the Braves came in with a number 1 seed. Cambridge beat them, moving on to play the Quakers. High pop right to the second baseman, and he's got the second out of the inning.
Boy, Willie, you saw when he looked up for that ball, the sun reflecting off of his shades. It is a gorgeous afternoon. Heat probably not going to be a factor, though it is warmer down on the turf than it is just outside anyway. Going to hit mid-80s, they say, 84, 85. But that time looking straight up into the sun for the grab.
Fauzel now steps into the box, and ball inside. Fauzel on the season, .333 with 9 RBIs. And a swing and a miss. Valentine, a lot like Carter Vandal. You get into a little bit of a rhythm, and right now Valentine's into that rhythm early in the game. Grounder down the left field line, foul. Just a beautiful facility on a beautiful day. We couldn't have asked for anything more.
No, it sure is. It sure is. I mean, this is baseball weather at its best.
That ball low, I would say into the dirt, but how about into the turf?
It looks like dirt.
Yeah, it does. Everything is turf here. And a hit right to the shortstop, and he's going to get him out at first. So the Quakers get out 1-2-3. They trail 2-0. Bottom of the second coming up right here on your sports voice of the Valley.
Take your summer projects even further with Kime Loyalty Rewards. Start earning 2.5% back on all purchases when you become a member. Visit us online at kimehome.com for more information, or call us at 330-893-2251 to sign up today. Our Home Center and Charm is your trusted source for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They're the place to call for industrial, commercial, and residential work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
They need a big thing.
All right, we welcome you back in. It's live stream this afternoon. It's Cambridge coming up to bat. They lead New Philadelphia by a score of 2-0. And batter number 8 in the lineup, it is Andy Ogle. Ogle, .333 on the year, 11 RBIs. He'll be the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second. Carter Vandal on the mound. And the first pitch to Ogle, a little bit high. Ball 1. Tyler Weisel, 6th year as the head coach of New Philadelphia, and we were trying to do the math, and we kind of think that maybe Cambridge's coach, Jamal Lowry, is at least in his 6th year, right, Phil?
No, he'd be. I believe that last time I was the head coach was 2014, and he was the head coach at Cambridge, I believe, at that time.
So that's about 8 years.
Yeah.
There's a strike. 3-1. The count right now on Andy Ogle. Wanted to swing, held back, and it was a called strike. 3-2. Of course, in that perfect game, Carter Vandal, he pitched from behind quite a bit. And And the 3-2 pitch fouled off into the net. As you look out to the outfield, payoff pitch. Ooh, and they got him.
Delayed call with the punch out.
How about the catcher? Phil, kind of like that when that catcher thinks it's a strike and throws it down to third, and a little bit of a late call by the umpire.
What umpires like that in Major League Baseball is like that? No, I don't think so. I think he told him that it was a strike, but he knew it was right there too. So
he knows we're streaming the game. He wants that camera time.
Braden Gregg, a junior, steps in, batting .250 for the Bobcats. Just 2 RBIs on the season, and that swing and a miss evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. We've got 1 out here in the bottom of the second. And swing and a miss again. 1-2 the count. You guys have seen Vandal pitch quite a bit this year, other than when he was injured, and just seems like he's getting a little more comfortable out there. And again, we have a called strike.
Another called third strike punch out, back-to-back strikeouts looking, and when he struggled a little bit in the slow start against Steubenville, Willie, it was the bottom of the order that he was able to kind of gain some traction. That's when he started getting ahead in counts and getting some punch-outs, and that really steadied him the rest of the way.
Yeah, sets him up right now for the leadoff hitter for Cambridge. Keaton Kaiser hit a single the first inning and came in and scored 1 of the 2 runs for the Bobcats. Kaiser looking at a 1-0, now swing and a miss. 1-1 the count.
So far here in this inning, Willie, he's went back and he's got to the outside part of the plate, up and down, and kind of kept him off balance a little bit more.
There's a fastball, fouled off. 1-2 with 2 outs. Quakers looking to try to get 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the second. Ball misses just on the outside of the plate. 2-2 the count now. To Kaiser, just a junior, 383 batting average. And a curved ball. Kaiser waited on it, didn't wait long enough. Fouled it off. Down the third baseline. Still 2-2 on the count. 2 outs. And there's a hit into right field, just past the second baseman. So Kaiser, 2 for 2 on the afternoon. It's going to bring up Caden Moore.
The right fielder, number 9, Caden Moore.
It was a nice piece of hitting by Keaton Kaiser. 2 strikes, and ball was on the outside part of the plate. He went to right field with it and was able to get it by Brant Wells.
And he's going to second. Got the steal. He's in safe. So in the first inning, Caden Moore, the batter right now, he sacrifice bunted Kaiser over to second. This time, Keaton Kaiser, with a lot of speed, stole the base, stands alone at second base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Vandal comes to the plate. There's a hit through the gap. Left fielder, and they're going to hold up the runner at third. So now we've got runners at first and third. Single by Moore.
Nice job by Max Steele coming up with that clean and left, made a strong throw, because with the kind of speed that Kaiser has coming around third, he thought about the score, but the good throw kept him at bay. 2 on, 2 outs here for Cambridge.
The catcher, number 6.
Almost looked like the runners go until the coach stops him. He didn't stop him until about, I'd say, 10 yards past third base.
That's exactly how you're supposed to do that, because what you're going to do as a coach, you're going to be looking at the ball, not necessarily the runner. And, you'll put your hand up if you want him to stop, and you'll wave it if you want him to go. But the coach is looking to see where the infielder, when the outfielder gets the ball, as opposed to where the runner's at on the base.
The junior Reagan Rogers up to bat right now. And the runner goes to second. They're throwing down. And they called him safe, and the runner scores from third. So safe at second is Caden Moore. Keaton Kaiser takes off for home when the catcher throws it down to second. And is that an automatic, Phil? Trying to get the runner at second with the guy on third?
If you think your guy's got a good enough arm, and Bowen has thrown out around 40% of the runners all year, and so you figure you're going to take your chance if you got a good chance, and he got a good pitch to throw down with, but Moore just had a little bit too good a jump.
1-2 now the count, and one run this inning. And a swing and a miss. That's strike three.
Well, and they're saying foul tip, but he kept it in the glove after, and that's enough for strike three.
Well, the damage, one run this inning. As we go to the top of the third inning, it's going to be Cambridge 3, New Philadelphia nothing. Back with more right here on your sports voice of the Valley.
Tired of unreliable internet service and unexpected bill increases? Experience internet another way, the smart way. Smart Way Communications is your locally owned and operated high-speed internet provider, now serving Dover and New Philadelphia and beyond. Don't get locked into plans with more or less speed than you need. Smart Way is the better way. Local customer service, local infrastructure, and community-minded. That's the smart way to get reliable, affordable internet in Tuscarawas County. Call Smart Way at 740-254-8201, online at thinksmartway.com.
Katie, I don't know how you get to work so early, and you even have time to stop at McDonald's.
It's so quick with the McDonald's app. I order and pay from home, pull into the pickup spot, and they bring my food right out. Or I can just run in and grab it from the pickup area.
I always remember the app once I'm already at McDonald's.
But that's okay. Just use it when you order at the drive-thru or inside. Open the app, get your code, and you'll earn points toward free McDonald's food. Plus, the app is loaded with daily deals.
Suddenly I'm having a Big Mac attack.
That sounds good. I'll order it from my app.
The McDonald's mobile app. I'm loving it.
Jenny Trimmer back with you from Harrison Central High School's Mazeroski Field, Division II, Region 7. This is a regional semi-final matchup between New Philadelphia and Cambridge. And as we hit the top of the third, New Philadelphia on the business end of things, though, down 3-0. Phil, 2 runs in the first, a run tacked on in the second by Cambridge. They're doing everything they need to do. Time for the Philly Bats to start to get in play.
Well, no doubt about it. And, we talked about it, or you mentioned it before the game. One play here, there, etc., can change the outlook, the outcome of this game. And I think it was at the top of the first inning when the Quakers had runner on third, one man out, 3 and 4 hitter coming up, and both of them went down. And the Quakers didn't score. And so, I just think I give a lot of momentum to the Bobcats. And unfortunately, they seized it in the bottom half of the inning and continued in the bottom half of the inning number 2.
Keim Lumber is located on 50 acres in the rolling hills of Holmes County and is the destination and trusted source for your home, building, and woodworking needs. They're dedicated to caring for your project like they would one of their own. Visit them on State Route 557 in Charm or online at keimlumber.com. 8-9-1 in the Philly batting order. It's going to be Max Steele, the sophomore left fielder, stepping in first. Mac hitting at 276 on the season, that time squared. Did not connect, strike one. Valentine, who's been working from ahead in the count here in the first 2 innings, delivers low that time. Evens the count at 1-1. Steely, left-handed hitter, left-handed in the field as well, made a nice throw in the last half to do what he could do as he watches that pitch sail high and outside for ball 2, 2-1. Of course, Mac, a multi-sport athlete as well. Remember the basketball program, ball 3-1 now. And now Valentine deals high, ball 4. So Valentine walked the first batter of the first inning. He's now walked
center fielder, number 7,
Steely to start things off here in inning number 3. Senior center fielder Caden Stewart steps in. 207 on the season, but Phil, he's had a nice bat here in the postseason.
Yeah, yes, he has, Denny. He's picked up a couple of key base hits that drove in some key runs, Tri-Valley, and also in the district semi game.
Stu looking out at Valentine, and Valentine had an eye on Steele that time and kind of carried his follow through over. That pitch well outside the zone, low and outside. Evening the count now at 1-1. Stewart can get aboard. We've got great speed in front of him, and Max Steele, of course, Stewart, the center fielder for this team, great wheels himself. The start of the big inning that the Quakers are needing right now. Pitch from Valentine is low, but swung on for a strike. Protecting the runner is Max Steele. Checks in at second base on the stolen base. So runner in scoring position for Stu. Max Steele, the sophomore, at second base. Nobody out. 1-2 count. Valentine v. Stewart. The senior Valentine delivers. That ball stroked into center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Not deep enough to score the run. Mack will check in at third, and K. Stu at first base. Something brewing here for the Quakes in inning number 3. 2 on, 1 out following the Stewart single. Back to the top of the Quaker order, Carson Long.
I'm sorry, Denny, can you ask for anything more out of your 8 and 9 batter and then the top of the order with 2 guys on?
It's exactly what you want to have happen with 8 and 9. And throw in the stolen base just for a little cherry on top. Runners at the corners, nobody out for the sophomore Carson Long. Long squares. Kept the bat out for strike 1, but moving to second base on the play, Caden Stewart. Long really crowding the plate now on the 0-1 pitch. Valentine delivers, and that ball is stroked into short right field. We'll see coming up throwing is Moore. Head first slide for Steely, and the Quakers are on the board, trailing now just 3-1. Advancing to third on the throw. Heads up running Phil by Caden Stewart.
Absolutely. You know, they saw when Steele was tagging up. Obviously, Stewart was tagging up as well and moved on. So a sac fly and an RBI for Carson Long.
So Long does his job. Runner at third, just 1 down. The senior Brant Wells steps in and squares, taps it back up the box. Valentine fumbled with it for a second, but collects. And a nice put out on Caden Stewart as he was able to flip the ball to the catcher, Reagan Rogers. Easier said than done, Phil. He comes charging in off the hill. Had to collect, bobbled it, grabbed it, and flipped it to the catcher for the out.
Yeah, they did, and unfortunately, you know, now what you've got a guy on base, 2 outs with Carter Vando up.
And the left-handed hitting Vandal drives this one to deep left. Running back on it is Carpenter, the freshman, who's able to haul it in over his shoulder for out number 3. Vandal put a charge into it, but that will end inning number 3 for the Quakers. 1 run across, so after 2.5, the score, Cambridge 3, New Philadelphia on the board with 1. Back with more right after this on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Family owned and operated for more than 50 years, Dover Brake specializes in sales and service of everything involving automotive and heavy-duty brakes, along with a vast selection of truck parts and accessories. They also offer alignment, custom U-bolt bending, industrial sandblasting, bonding, and more. And now, you can find the parts you're searching for with a complete in-store inventory updated regularly at DoverBrakeInc.com. Safely shop and pay online and have your purchase delivered, or pick it up at Dover Brake, Route 250 in Strasburg, online at DoverBrakeInc.com.
And welcome back to WJER's coverage of high school tournament baseball. This is a Division II regional semifinal. New Philadelphia on the board in their half of inning number 3. It's 3-1 Cambridge with the Bobcats coming to bat. We want to thank Omni Fiber for being the new choice in internet service in the Dover community. You can enjoy the speed and reliability of a 100% fiber network and Ohio-based customer sales and service. Get free installation and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Visit omnifiber.com/Dover for more. Pets Place. We all know Pets Place. Your locally owned leader in pet supplies and wellness. They're on the. They have the products for your pets, whether it's from fish to ferrets, bunnies to birds, or even reptiles. And, of course, everything you need for your dog or cat. You can visit them at 118 Commercial Avenue Southwest on the south side in New Philadelphia. 4, 5, and 6 in the Cambridge third. It's going to be Valentine, Rocco, and Barr. And first pitch swinging is Valentine. Drives it to right. Carson Long charges in. Makes the casual catch for out number 1.
Up the third baseman, number 11, Angelo Rocco.
And Phil, I know a lot of these better hitters have green lights, but you got a guy who's in Vandal you're making work just a little bit. Are your first pitch swinging?
Your number 3 hitter? You betcha. I'm swinging at it. You know, to me, the number 3 hitter is the best hitter that you got, and therefore, you know, you got to get a pitch that you could drive. That may be your best pitch at the at-bat, and he drove it well.
Angelo Rocco steps in and watches ball 1 float by. Vandal now kicks and fires. Beautiful pitch that time on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Vandal, the 6'5 senior, gets the sign from Bolin and delivers. Took something off that beautiful pitch. Rocco was fooled, swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. 3-1. Cambridge on top of New Philadelphia here in inning number 3. Denny Trimmer, Willie Grove, Phil Tidrick with you. And glad to have you with us as ball 2 floats outside, evening the count at 2-2. Whether you're listening on air, online, or catching the stream on our YouTube channel, we're glad to have you along. Vandal fires outside. That will make it a 3-2 count. So the senior with glove chest high now pivots on the pitching rubber. Right down the middle, but that ball's taken right back up the middle for a base hit. Kane Oddie had a shot at it. Went off the heel of the glove, but a base hit that time for Angelo Rocco. So runner at first base.
Number 1, Davion Barr.
And Davion Barr checks back in. Barr with an RBI hit his last time at bat. Doubled and was left stranded in the first inning. He now bats with 1 down and a runner at first base. Curveball served into center. Caden Stewart's got it. And that's going to be out number 2. Boy, there was no debating it. I could hear Caden Stewart yelling, "I've got it," from here in the press box.
Well, sometimes you've got to let them know that I'm going to catch it.
There was no debating. Caden Stewart had that one. Garrett Carpenter, the freshman, made a great catch to end the Quakers' chances in the top of the third. Taking a would-be RBI hit away from Carter Vandal. Vandal now returning the favor in some form or fashion by powering a strike past him. 0-1 the count. Carpenter, the freshman, .340 on the season. Vandal with a token throw. Good move to first. But back safely is Rocco. The winner of today's game will turn around and play tomorrow at 5 p.m. The next pitch is low. Low part of the zone. Went through the 5-hole that time. Bolin couldn't hang on. Count even now at 1-1, but the runner advances, does Rocco, to second base on the pass ball. Vandal collects. Eyes the runner Rocco back at second. Pitch plateward is tapped to short. Glove by Adi. Adi comes up firing out at first base. Beautiful stretch by Maddox Brown to end inning number 3. After 3 complete in the books, it's Cambridge 3, New Philadelphia 1. Back with more right after this on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Life moves fast. Can you keep up? Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital Ortho Express Care welcomes patients with no appointment necessary, so injury or joint pain never slow you down. Our orthopedic experts will give you the care you need when you need it. For every break and breakthrough, for every bone and joint, for every care in the world. Walk in for orthopedic care close to you in the Heritage Square Plaza at Dover. Learn more at unionhospital.org/orthoexpresscare.
This is Don Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Whether it's repair work from a fender bender, the after effects of a powerful storm, or a life-changing moment like a house fire, Kemp Insurance is here to provide unmatched customer service. Kemp Insurance, your local hometown agents for over 35 years.
This is Nathan Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Contact us today for all your auto, home, farm, business, and life insurance needs. We're proud to have been your local hometown agents for over 35 years and look forward to helping you see the difference local agents can make for you. Kemp Insurance in New Philadelphia.
And we want to thank our pregame and postgame sponsor, Smartway Communications. Tired of unexpected bill increases or non-existent rural internet coverage? There is a better way, Smartway. High-speed internet at an affordable price. And Smartway can go where the other companies can't. Visit thinksmartway.com. Well, we're into the, if my math is right, it's going to be the 4th inning, isn't it? Top of the 4th with New Philadelphia trailing 3-1. Guys, Denny mentioned the winner of this game will play tomorrow at 5 at Ohio Dominican. And I'll give you the 2 teams playing right now to earn the right to play the winner of this game. That's Bloom Carroll and Washington Courthouse. As New Philadelphia steps up here in the top of the 4th. And the first pitch gets called a strike, and it is Maddox Brown. Maddox struck out in the first inning. And, whoa, looks at a ball that was called a strike. And
I'll have to gander back at that on our YouTube channel.
Guys, I'm sitting directly behind home plate, and that catcher had to reach way out. And off the glove of the third baseman, nice hit. Brown gets on safely here to start the inning for New Philadelphia. And that's going to bring up Noah Bolin. Bolin, a junior, 304 batting average on the season, 17 RBIs. Bolin, one of the few Quakers that has a home run on the season. Valentine brings the pitch. That one's caught a ball. Might have been low because it was actually closer to the plate than the strike that was called than the last batter. 1-0, nobody out. Quakers with a runner on first. There's the ball hit right to the shortstop. They're going to go for the double play. And they did get it. So,
double play, 2 out.
Tailor-made 6-4-3 as that ball was hammered to shortstop Braden Gregg. He fired quickly to second base, and Kaiser was able to turn it, get the ball to Ogle, beating Bolin down the line. You can't draw it up any better than that if you're a Cambridge Bobcat fan.
So 2 down now here in the top of the fourth. Quakers trailing 3-1. And there's a strike called. Batter is Gavin Blake. Gavin flew out in the second inning. Foul ball straight back. It's going to be 0-2 the count.
Well, the Quakers willing, close it to gap to 3-1. Now what they've got to do, they got to come out and scrap some runs out.
There's a hit down the line, just foul. That'd have been an extra bases there.
Yeah, the Quakers need to scratch one out and get it back to within one. Carter Vando has to go out and do his job and hold them scoreless. And let's see if the Quakers can get a little bit of that magic that they've had throughout the tournament run.
Just takes one, doesn't it?
That's all it takes.
Get a little bit of mo going.
With one hit, it leads to another, and you go from there.
Top of the fourth inning, 2 outs, 0-2 the count on Blake. And they're looking to see, and Blake did not swing at that one. So it makes it 1-2 the count. 2 runs in the first inning for Cambridge, 1 in the second. New Philadelphia responded with 1 in the third. And there's a ball on the outside, 2-2. Tough to let those ones go.
Yeah, credit Gavin Blake for being able to hold back. It's a good-looking pitch.
Valentine with the pitch, and that one's a little bit closer, and it got him. So double play takes New Philadelphia out of this top of the fourth inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. New Philly trailing 3-1. Back with more right here on your sports voice of the Valley.
Pets Place in New Philadelphia is your locally owned leader in pet supply and wellness. Pets Place has products for pets from fish to ferrets, from bunnies to birds, even reptiles, and of course, everything you need for cats and dogs. Stop by and talk to one of their knowledgeable team members about the frequent buyer program. Pets Place, 118 Commercial Avenue Southwest in New Philadelphia. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 8 and Saturday and Sunday 9 to 6. You can also visit at petsplaceohio.com or on Facebook.
The Eat Fresh Refresh just won't stop. Now Subway is refreshing their catering with easy order platters and box meals perfect for any occasion. Start with sandwich or wrap platters. They're loaded with craveable crowd pleasers to feed your crew without all the work. Or try individually packaged box meals featuring a tasty 6-inch sub, footlong, or wrap, plus chips and a freshly baked cookie. When you have a group to feed, make it fun, delicious, and easy with catering from Subway. Visit Subway.com to place your catering order. Advance notice may be required.
And again, we want to thank our pregame and postgame sponsor, the T-County Boxing Academy, the area's #1 training center for those who are serious about boxing. They offer a variety of classes for youth and adults, along with supplements for your best workouts possible. The T-County Boxing Academy is located on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia. Follow them on Facebook. Bottom of the fourth here at Mazeroski Field in Cadiz. And first pitch hit to the second baseman, and got him at first. Umpires, they like taking their time making those calls, don't they?
Well, some of them do.
It makes us have to hesitate just a little bit. That was Andy Ogle. And now it brings up number 9 in the batting order, Braden Gregg. The junior struck out in the second inning, averaging .250, just 2 RBIs on the season. This is where the Quakers need to bear down and get these guys out, because we already know that at the top of the order, those guys, they've been hitting the ball.
They have stroked the ball well so far.
Yeah.
Kaiser leading the way with 2 for 2.
2-0, no strikes, and strike called that time, 2-1 to count. Here's the pitch. A little bit low on that one. Skirts underneath the catcher. 3-1 to count now. 1 out. Greg, the batter, playing shortstop for the Bobcats. Vandal with the pitch. Got him on the outside corner. Man, I think I'd make a living there. That umpire sets up on the inside for right-handed batters, and they're getting the calls on that outside corner. Nice pitch there, struck him out. 2 down now.
That brings up
Here
second baseman.
in the bottom of the 4th, and it'll be the top of the order. Phil just mentioned Keaton Kaiser, 2 for 2 on the night with 2 singles, and he'll be at the bat.
Yeah, so far, he seems like he's found it a little bit here in the 3rd inning and now again in the 4th, which is a good sign for the Quakers. They just have to get their bats going.
Nice curveball, a little bit of a changeup. Strike 1. On Kaiser, just a junior. Ball just a little bit high. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. Vandal with the pitch. Straight back behind us. I think I'm safe. Anything that's off center isn't going to come back and hit the car. At least the car we drove down. Curveball. It's hit into right field, and Hustle cannot come up with the catch. This Carson Long ran a long way, tried to get it, and pretty much got to give Kaiser his 3rd hit of the day.
No doubt about it. Look like 3 line drives in the book tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it. Well, and that, I go to my official scorekeeper just to the left of Denny Trimmer.
Yeah.
Phil Tidrick.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, we want to thank our pregame and postgame sponsor, Wood Electric. They've been trusted with all your electrical needs for over 30 years. They're available 24 hours a day and are ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation for industrial, commercial, or residential work. Find them online at woodelectric.net.
Down batting the right fielder, number 9, Caden Moore.
So it'll be Caden Moore now. Man on first for Cambridge. They lead 3-1. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Good pitch by Carter Vandal here to lead off against Caden Moore.
Now 0-1 in the count. Vandal's going to fire back to first.
Moore so far with a sacrifice bunt and a base hit and a stolen base.
Pretty good day at the office for the right fielder. Left-hand hitter looking out at Vandal. Vandal fires outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Cambridge with 2 down, but a runner on here in inning number 4. They lead the Quakes 3-1. Vandal looking to work out of more trouble here. Carter fires back to first. Not in time. Kaiser with not just good speed at first. He has that electric kind of speed that you kind of have to keep an extra eyeball on. Vandal back to first again. That's his 3rd try. Keeping Kaiser close.
You know, if that's in major leagues, he wouldn't be able to throw over anymore.
You like those new rules, though.
I don't like that one.
Pitch inside, but swung on and tapped or flared foul on the right side. The runner was in motion that time. Hit and run, do you think?
I don't know whether it's not going to be a hit and run with 2 strikes, but what we're going to see is we're going to see Kaiser be running either this pitch or next pitch. There's no doubt about that. I do like the pitch rule, though, the speed-up rule. I like that.
I like when you like stuff. Ball high. Bolin fires down to second. Kaiser's going to be gunned down by the junior backstop. That will end the inning. And after 4 in the books, it's Cambridge 3, New Philadelphia 1. Back with more right after this on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
This is Jim Moser with Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. We are living in unusual times, and virtually all businesses are affected by product shortages and shipping delays. With this in mind, I'd like to encourage you to keep your current HVAC system in good working order. Service is our first order of business, and we want to be your first call anytime you need help with your heating and cooling system, even if it's in the middle of the night.
To schedule a maintenance check of your HVAC system, call Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, your local trained comfort specialist at 330-343-5511.
Hello, Dover. Omni Fiber is excited to be a part of your community and offer a new choice in internet service. For a limited time, when you sign up for Omni Fiber, you will get 3 months free internet. That's right, 3 months free. Enjoy the speed and reliability of our new 100% fiber network with upload speeds up to 50 times faster than cable, Ohio-based sales and customer service, and speeds up to 2 gig. Sign up today and get 3 months of Omni Fiber internet on us. Visit omnifiber.com/WJER to learn more.
New Philadelphia trailing Cambridge 3-1 after 4 complete. Cambridge 3 runs on 5 hits and an error. New Philadelphia 1 run, 1 hit and an error. And it's going to be Fossil, Steele, and Stewart, the bottom 3 in Tyler Weisel's order here in inning number 5 to get things started. I want to thank our friends at Subway Restaurants for being on the broadcast today. Of course, our Subway Player of the Game coming up at the conclusion of today's contest. Our great friends, the Fitzgerald family, and their locally owned Subway Restaurants. Long time partners with us here on WJER Sports and recognizing athletic excellence during these broadcasts. Our thanks to our local Subway Restaurants. The sophomore Keaton Fossil steps in, 0 for 1 on the afternoon, grounded out to the shortstop, and his first at bat takes a called strike on the outside edge. Down in the count, 0-1. Valentine looks in, and Valentine's been motoring through the Quaker lineup. He's now ahead 0-2. Phil up early in most counts, and he's only surrendered the 1 hit.
Well, and that's what good pitchers do. Good pitchers get ahead in the count, and when you get ahead in the count, what you're going to do is you can keep them off balance then, and what you do, you get your confidence going, get your coaches understanding maybe what your pitches you need to throw. So it all goes into the whole round, whole play throughout the course of the game.
Fossil then pops up to the pitcher, Valentine. Max Steele steps in. Down in the count, 0-1, and Valentine now finding his rhythm and working with some tempo. Steele, he fouls that back. He's down in the count, 0-2. Of course, Mac in his last at bat, that was in the 3rd inning, walked, stole second, and then scored on the RBI flyout from Carson Long. Valentine delivers inside that time. Ball came cutting in under the hands of the left-handed hitting Steele. Mac back in. Valentine again on the inside edge, but a little too far inside. 2-2 the count. Quakers trailing by 2. And Steele looking out at Valentine as the senior Valentine delivers outside this time. They'll say outside corner. Whoa. I'm going to go with just a bit outside, but they'll say strike 3 called. Max Steele, with a pretty good eye, goes down looking.
The one thing I will say, he's called that outside pitch on the outside corner all night long.
And he's called it to both left-handed and right-handed batters.
He has, and so what you have to do, that's what he's throwing, so you just have to be consistent. And so far, the guy's been pretty consistent.
That strikeout was the fourth of Valentine's afternoon thus far. Caden Stewart steps in. He is quickly down 0-2 in the count. Stu with a single in his last at-bat. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the top of the fifth inning. No damage done. Score remains Cambridge 3, New Philadelphia 1. Back with more right after this on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Family owned and operated for more than 50 years, Dover Brake specializes in sales and service of everything involving automotive and heavy-duty brakes, along with a vast selection of truck parts and accessories. They also offer alignment, custom U-bolt bending, industrial sandblasting, bonding, and more. And now, you can find the parts you're searching for with a complete in-store inventory updated regularly at DoverBrakeInc.com. Safely shop and pay online and have your purchase delivered, or pick it up at Dover Brake, Route 250 in Strasburg, online at DoverBrakeInc.com.
Denny Trimmer, Willie Grove, Phil Tidrick with you from Harrison Central High School's Mazeroski Field, this beautiful complex seemingly out in the middle of nowhere that is the home field for the Huskies and the home of today's regional semifinal matchup in Division II. New Philadelphia trailing 3-1.
By the way, those Huskies are playing today, 5 o'clock at Ohio Dominican. Harrison Central still in the tournament, and they're playing Winchester Eastern. I still want to get Phil Tidrick's thoughts on the fact that there's another game playing right now. The winner of this game and the winner of that game will play at Ohio Dominican tomorrow at 5. But that other game's being played at Ohio Dominican, Phil.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that, and I'm not the powers that make the schedule, et cetera, et cetera. But to me, you should be playing on a field that both teams, it's the first time they're playing, unless they happen to play in the regular season. But I just don't think you should play 2 days in a row on the same field. And plus, Winchester, but Bloom Carroll's down there, and so is Washington Courthouse. So, they've got 20 minutes to a half hour, and we've got 2 hours and 15 minutes. As the Quakers, and Cambridge has, about an hour and 45 minutes. So I just don't think that's very fair by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Inside, but a little too far inside for ball 2. Caden Moore, the right fielder, is the batter. Phil revved up when you get talking about the OHSAA like he's just come from T County Boxing Academy.
I don't think so, but, I've had some complaints about it. It's supposed to be student-athlete oriented, and sometimes I think it's OHSAA oriented.
Send your emails to phil.tidrick@wjer.com. Strike 3 called as Moore goes down looking. That strikeout is the 5th for Carter Vandal on the afternoon. And folks, don't send the email. I don't think Phil has an actual email at the studio. If he did, he wouldn't know how to open it and reply.
That is so correct.
Send Sharon the email at the Tidrick household. She takes care of all that important stuff. 1 ball, no strikes to the catcher, Reagan Rogers. That hit him. Right off the forearm. Rogers will check in at first. He come into that at bat at 0 for 2, but the hit by pitch will put him on first with just 1 out.
That's one of the things you do. You got inside, kids today are so tight on the plate that if you got inside pitches, you're not moving, you're taking your base.
You like that anyway. Take one for the team.
Well, I like take one for the team, but I don't think you should be able to hang out over the plate and take one for the team.
So Vandal now dealing out of the stretch. The ball is high. Mullen quickly pivoted like he was going to throw down with a snap throw to first base. Did not throw. Rogers dove back safely nonetheless. 1-0 the count. Pitch high in the zone. Swung on and missed. 1-1 the count now. And Vandal with an eye at the runner. Now comes set. Looks in, gets the sign, and delivers. Ball fouled back to the right-hand side. That's also somewhere in the vicinity of the WJER Jeep.
Don't say that.
Sure, one of our great insurance partners has that sucker covered, and we're in good shape anyway. Now we'll get it down to Cuas, and they'll take it out in trade. Vandal outside edge, didn't get the call. Maybe the first time today that outside corner has not been called. You can see Carter wanted that one, kind of jumping up and pumping the fist after the delivery and the no call. Count now even at 2-2. One down in the Cambridge fifth. Vandal fires. And there's your outside corner, this time for a called strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning. They've both been of the looking fashion. Runner at first with 2 down, Angelo Rocco steps in.
There's a reason why there's been a lot of called third strikes. And you guys have already hit on that.
Now Phil's going into umpire commentary. You can send your emails to phil.tidrick@wjer.com.
No, I'm just saying. You guys have talked about the outside pitch as well as myself, and that ball's a good 2 to 3 or so inches outside.
1 ball, no strikes. There's your strike called. 1-1 as Vandal powers that one in. Getting a little late in the game here. Time to play with some urgency. Carter looking to get out of this with no further damage. Snap throw to first base, back in time.
You know, I think Carter's gonna hold the fort, but the Quakers, you know, they only got 6 outs left to get a couple of runs to put it into extras or to get 3 runs to go ahead.
1-1 count. Ball served back up the middle. Oddie goes to a knee and gets it, flips to Grant Wells at second base to end inning number 5. 5 complete in the books. Cambridge 3, New Philadelphia 1. Back with more right after this on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They're the place to call for industrial, commercial, and residential work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Wendy's new French toast sticks are so delicious, some are saying that they're better than their mom's breakfast.
Excuse me. Did you just say Wendy's new French toast sticks are better than my breakfast?
Mom, is that you?
Answer the question.
I said some people are saying that because they're so crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside and perfect in every way.
Uh-huh. And what do you think?
I think it's time to tell people to choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new sweet and crispy home-style French toast sticks.
That's still not an answer.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
And we want to welcome you back into this Division II. It is a regional semifinal matchup between Cambridge and New Philadelphia. The Quakers, as Phil said, they're down to their last 6 outs. And no better time than right now to try to get this thing turned around. They only trail 3-1. And Valentine pitching a pretty good game for Cambridge. Of course, they went with their ace. New Philadelphia went with Carter Vandal. Carter a little bit maybe serving up some nice pitches in the first couple innings, but kind of settled in and playing his game now, Phil. But the bats have got to come alive now.
Well, they do, and what better way to do it than start with your leadoff hitter? To me, this is the key inning for the Quakers. You've got your leadoff coming, and you got 3 seniors in a row with Wells, Vandal, and Brown, and then one of your clutch hitters in the number 5 spot with Noah Bullen. So, to me, this is the inning that the Quakers need to get some runs. I think they need to get at least 2 in this inning and then take your chances when it comes to the 7th inning, bottom of the 6th and the 7th.
And as Phil said, leading off here in the top of the 6th will be Carson Long, the sophomore, batting .311. anything he can do to get on base. Had a walk in the first inning. There's a foul ball down the right field line, out of play. 0-1 the count.
You know, that's the one thing that that Valentine has done in this game, and that's throw first pitch strikes.
There's a hit in the right field. Starting off with a single is Long, and New Philadelphia needing as many base runners as they can get right now.
Number 2, Brant Wells.
So for the 6th time in 5 innings, New Philadelphia with the leadoff man aboard.
You're right.
And that's very important. And unfortunately, they could only get 1 run home. But I believe this is how they started in the district finals against Tri-Valley when they were down. They led off at the top of the order and got a couple of base hits out of those guys.
Wells with the swing and a foul ball straight back. 0-1, nobody out. Top of the 6th. Quakers trail 3-1. And Brant Wells with a sacrifice bunt in the first inning. And then got a hit into a fielder's choice. There's a hit to the shortstop. He bobbles it just a little bit, and they're going to say that he's out at second. 2 players, they shake hands.
And they called did they call him out as well?
Oh, I don't know about that.
They called him out as well, and I'm not exactly sure why.
So the runner, Long, takes out the shortstop, or takes out the second baseman.
Yeah,
and they're awarding both outs?
Yeah, first and second out. They say that excessive play on the second baseman. And here comes the home plate umpire. He's going to talk it. Well, he says, you know what?
I'm sorry, but that's wrong.
Understandably, Tyler Weisel's not happy.
That's baseball. He slid straight into second base, which is what you are allowed to do. The second baseman took a step towards first base in the base path. That is supposedly a legal play, and it just shows you how much I know.
Well, I'll tell you what, I would have a hard time calling the runner out, the batter. Yeah, the umpire's going to leave it as it stands.
That I'm going to say one thing. That was horrible.
Our umpires today, Nathan Bruell, Aaron Spriggs, and George Tidwell. And I have no idea who the umpire on third is. Well, all of a sudden, we've got 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. And brings up batter number 3 in the lineup, Carter Vandal. Carter, foul ball down the right field line.
I'm going to have to talk. I'm going to have to talk to a former Cambridge baseball coach who's doing the game right beside us, Bill Crafuri, and ask him. And I know he's going to say the same thing as me, but
no, that's a hard one to figure out. He kind of exaggerated the call at second, calling the runner out at second, and as you said, Philly player slid in. Guy on second for Cambridge kind of fell over him. I mean, you're taught to at least do something to keep him from throwing to first in a normal pattern. But I didn't see any call. I didn't see how he called the guy out at first that hit the ball.
Well,
there was no throw toward first.
You know, he didn't put his arms up. He didn't have his spikes up. He slid into second base.
2 outs here, top of the 6th. That ball outside.
We'll have to watch that back on the Claxon Communications replay on our YouTube channel.
That's what's nice. You missed the replay, or you missed the live stream. There's a hit into left field, and going back and over his head. And for a stand-up double, it is Carter Vandal. And boy, I'll tell you, how important would it be right now?
It would have scored a run.
To have those runners on, at least one of them.
Now batting the first baseman.
So a double by Vandal to get him on second.
You know, and like I said, I know they've changed some rules on things. I get that. I do. But to me, there was nothing malicious about that. The second baseman wasn't mad at Carson Long. They got up, patted hands. You know, it was a clean play.
And now another balk call.
So that's going to move the runner to third. That's Carter Vandal. And I was watching that time. I'm not so sure what he does. Does he not hesitate long enough into the stretch? He went right into the pitch?
I wasn't watching, I'm going to be honest. I was still mulling the double play call at second base.
It's tough because there was no throw attempt to first. And like I said, an excessive play, taking out the second baseman. And Vandal's going to score on the pass ball. Quakers within one now. Score is 3-2. Two outs, top of the sixth. Maddox Brown with a count of 2 balls and 1 strike. Valentine on the mound. Brown wanted to swing it. Called strike, 2-2. Foul tip. Got the catcher in his left wrist, it looked like.
Well, we only had a good chance to thank our friends at Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital. Whether it's sniffles and sneezes or something more serious, world-class care is near you. Find your nearest provider at clevelandclinic.org/locations. And, of course, our friends across the street there at the Boulevard from our world headquarters. Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital. Looks like he's going to be able to shake that off, though. He won't need Cleveland Clinic's care. Reagan Rogers done a nice job behind the plate for the Bobcats thus far.
Hey, those catchers, I tell you what, those guys are tough. You know, you sit in there and you're going to take foul ball after foul ball off your wrist, your fingers, your knees, and certain other places.
Foul ball down the left field line. And well, I recognize a lot of these Cambridge names, travel ball. And Valentine and Rogers have been pitching and catching each other since Little League. And right now it's paying off for Cambridge. There's a hit. Center. That's going to drop in. And going to second is Brown and holds up at second. Maddox Brown with a double. Center fielder went back and the ball just kind of held up a little bit. And as he tried to come back toward the ball, kind of lost his balance. And Denny, we're going to have a pinch runner for Maddox Brown.
Well, it looks like it's going to be Braylon McBride, who we've seen in action throughout the course of the tournament trail. Willie, you talked about that ball hanging up a little bit. Brown turned on that and crushed it into the left center gap. But if you look at the flag in left center, that sucker is blowing straight into dust. So that ball did hang up, and I think it fooled Davion Barr.
Yeah, he didn't. He was going back, and the ball was kind of dropping pretty quick, and he couldn't respond to it. So Quakers with the runner on second. 2 outs here in the top of the sixth. And there's a hit right back to the pitcher. Valentine slams the ball down after making the catch. That's the 3rd out of the inning. And so we go to the bottom of the sixth with Cambridge leading 3-2. Back with more right here on your sports voice of the Valley.
This is Jim Moser with Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. We are living in unusual times, and virtually all businesses are affected by product shortages and shipping delays. With this in mind, I'd like to encourage you to keep your current HVAC system in good working order. Service is our first order of business, and we want to be your first call anytime you need help with your heating and cooling system, even if it's in the middle of the night.
To schedule a maintenance check of your HVAC system, call Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, your local trained comfort specialist at 330-343-5511.
And we want to welcome you back into the live stream right now. Thanks to our pregame and postgame sponsor, Guide Funeral Homes. The Guide family and staff wish all of our area's spring sports athletes the best of luck this season. When it matters most, you can put your trust in Guide. Guide Funeral Homes, crematories, remembrance centers, and pet crematory. Serving Tuscarawas County families for 5 generations. Well, the Quakers got on the board there in the top of the 6th and cut it to 1, 3-2. And Phil, there's no explanation, buddy. I mean, I guess they don't even take into account the fact that the play at second, there was no way that the second baseman was even going to try to get the guy at first. I'm not even sure he was going to throw the ball.
Well, the only thing, and I was talking to Bill Kochera, the ex-head coach from Cambridge, so both of us coached baseball for a long time and played baseball for a long time, and we're really not sure what the deal was there other than excessive force. I can't answer it. It wasn't a stand-up slide, right. So it wasn't like he tried to go purposely take him out. The guy was standing in the baseline. He slid into the base and took him out. Baseball. I'm sorry, Will, but this game would be tied right now if that was, if that wouldn't have been called.
You're exactly right. Well, we're at the bottom of the 6th. David Barr, the batter, wants the bunt to get on, and foul ball. It's an 0-2 count right now. Nobody out. And Barr hit a double in the first inning and flew out to the center fielder in the 3rd. Right now the Quakers need to get out of this inning with no score and go in the top of the 7th just trailing by 1 and see what happens. But this is an important half of an inning right here, guys.
He's got to hold the fort right here.
0-2 count on Barr. Carter Vandal with the pitch. Struck him out. Kind of fooled him on that one.
Yeah, he went off speed, and I think Barr was looking fastball. Strikeout number 7 for Carter Vandal here in this baseball game.
Garrett Carpenter now, the freshman, hitting .340 for the Bobcats, 10 RBIs, and grounded out to shortstop both times at the plate. Nobody on, 1 out. We're bottom of the 6th right now. And outside corner pitch. .320 down the lines. There's a ball too far outside. .375 dead away center, and you got the measurements back in Tuscarora Park, didn't you, Denny?
So yeah, to compare as Vandal winds on the 2-1 pitch, and that's sent back foul our way. We had to check in with our crack research staff. That means G. Rod Miller. 311 down the left and right field lines at Tuscarora. 389 to straightaway center.
It's a little bit shorter here down center, and about 9 feet longer down the lines.
Coach, you're remembering a time when that was deeper in center field.
I thought it was over 400 at one time, and to be honest, I thought the lines were 307. But G-Rod would know. But you still got to get a poke. But again, I'll make the same statement: they either deaden the bats or they deaden the balls, because I think there's been, between the two teams, there's only been 2 home runs.
Ground ball to the third baseman, throw over to first, and got him. 2 outs now, and that's going to bring up Andy Ogle.
Now batting the first
the senior,
number 16,
hitting .373, 11 RBIs, struck out in the 2nd, and grounded out in the 4th.
This game we thought was going to come down to a pitcher's duel, really, with the 2 pitchers that we've had, and obviously it has turned out to be such right up what it was supposed to be with with 2 really fine pitchers.
And that first inning scoring 2 runs, that's going to be big now for Cambridge if they can hold on here. Vandal, I'm telling you, he just gets stronger as he moves on into the later innings, doesn't he?
He is a workhorse.
Yeah, maybe they had to go out and throw him about 25 pitches before he starts.
And got him, strikeout. 3 up, 3 down. So we're leading into the 7th inning. Quakers need a run to tie, 2 to go ahead. And we'll be back with the 7th inning and Denny Trimmer right after this on your sports voice of the Valley.
This is Ann Geib. Geibs have cared for the families of this community, always looking for ways we can be of greater service, providing caring pet cremation at our pet crematory located inside the Geib Funeral Center in Dover. I invite you to tour our pet crematory and also talk with a Geib staff member to answer any questions you might have. If you should ever experience a loss of a pet, allow the Geib family and staff to provide you and your pet with compassionate and timely on-site pet cremation.
Geibs, caring for the entire family.
Wendy's new French toast sticks are so delicious, some are saying that they're better than their mom's breakfast.
Excuse me. Did you just say Wendy's new French toast sticks are better than my breakfast?
Mom, is that you?
Answer the question.
I said some people are saying that because they're so crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside and perfect in every way.
Uh-huh. And what do you think?
I think it's time to tell people to choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new sweet and crispy home-style French toast sticks.
That's still not an answer.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Keim is located on 50 acres in the rolling hills of Holmes County and is the destination and trusted source for your home, building, and woodworking needs. They are dedicated to caring for your project just like they would care for one of their own. You can visit them at State Route 59 or 557 in Charm or online at keimlumber.com. Well, do or die time for the red and black. They trail 3-2. We are in the top of inning number 7. And it's going to be 6, 7, and 8 for Tyler Weisel's bunch. Gavin Blake, the third baseman, will step in. He struck out looking in his last at bat. Jake Valentine has gone the distance thus far for the Bobcats. He's allowed 2 runs on 4 hits. Carter Vandal, the same for New Philadelphia. He's allowed 3 runs on 5 hits. Valentine's first pitch out of the zone for ball 1. Valentine with 5 strikeouts on the afternoon. Carter Vandal with 8. Valentine's next pitch is driven into right field. Coming in is Moore with a chance, and he makes the waist-high grab for out number 1. Phil, not an easy chance looking up into the sun, and somehow I was able to collect it. Caden Moore with a nice grab out there for the Bobcat.
It was. You know, he was shaded that way a little bit, so that helped him as well.
Keaton Fossil steps in. The sophomore designated hitter. Grounded out 6-3, popped up to the pitcher. Looks like he's going to pop up to the second baseman here. Can of corn for the easy out as Keaton Kaiser hauls it in.
Left fielder, number 14, Max Steele.
And now we're down to our last out. Max Steele's going to try to keep it alive. Steele with a walk and a run scored. Struck out looking his last at bat. Takes strike 1 called. Valentine delivers. That ball's chopped off the plate, or just in front of the plate. Steele's going to beat it. Great wheels cruising down to first. Credited with the RBI, the infield single to keep this inning alive. We all wish it was an RBI.
Well, I tell you what, Denny, that's what left-handers can do. He comes out of that box at full speed, and he did a great job of beating that out and keeping the season alive for the Quakers.
And great speed at first base. Valentine now deals to Caden Stewart. Strike swinging. Stu 1 for 2 with a single. Struck out his last time up. We can keep this inning going. Carson Long waits on deck. The Bobcat pitcher into his delivery. That's a tapper. That's going to be a tough chance. Dive on the ball. They're going to say, oh, boy.
Going to say a foul ball that it went off his foot.
That would explain the crazy hop. Stu was given no sign of that as he was flying down to first base. Mack was safely at second. Looked like the throw was going to get Stewart, though.
Well, so we're glad the ball went off his foot.
0-2 the count. Quakers down to their last strike. Valentine throwing out of the stretch. Comes set at the waist. Looks in and delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that's going to do it. Your final score, Cambridge 3, New Philadelphia 2. Bobcats advancing to a regional final tomorrow. Quaker season comes to an end once again. Their road ends here at the regional level. Back to wrap this one up, and just a little bit of word with Tyler Weisel. That's all up next on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Pets Place in New Philadelphia is your locally owned leader in pet supply and wellness. Pets Place has products for pets from fish to ferrets, from bunnies to birds, even reptiles, and of course, everything you need for cats and dogs. Stop by and talk to one of their knowledgeable team members about the frequent buyer program. Pets Place, 118 Commercial Avenue Southwest in New Philadelphia. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 8 and Saturday and Sunday 9 to 6. You can also visit at petsplaceohio.com or on Facebook.
The T-County Boxing Academy is the area's #1 training center for those who are serious about boxing. Serious athletes know that everything they put into their bodies affects their workouts, which is why the T-County Boxing Academy offers the industry's best supplements at the best prices for the best workouts possible, including brands like 5% Nutrition. Try their real food protein with low glycemic carbs. If you want to train like the pros, use the supplements pro boxer Sugar Dre Donovan of Urixville uses. Available at the T-County Boxing Academy, located on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They're the place to call for industrial, commercial, and residential work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Katie, I don't know how you get to work so early, and you even have time to stop at McDonald's.
It's so quick with the McDonald's app. I order and pay from home, pull into the pickup spot, and they bring my food right out. Or I can just run in and grab it from the pickup area.
I always remember the app once I'm already at McDonald's.
But that's okay. Just use it when you order at the drive-thru or inside. Open the app, get your code, and you'll earn points toward free McDonald's food. Plus, the app is loaded with daily deals.
Suddenly I'm having a Big Mac attack.
That sounds good. I'll order it from my app.
The McDonald's mobile app. I'm loving it.
And welcome back to Mazeroski Field, where New Philadelphia's fine season comes to an end here at the regionals. Falling in a regional semifinal 3-2 to Cambridge. Phil, when you look at it, we talked about this maybe being a pitching duel as things were coming to a head, and certainly Carter Vandal, Jake Valentine lived up to their end of the bargain. Both pitchers were outstanding today.
You know, we thought coming in, Denny, that we were going to really see a pitcher's duel, that we didn't think there was going to be a lot of runs scored. And obviously that was the case here this afternoon. And unfortunately for the Quakers, it didn't end up the way that they wanted it to end up. But it most certainly was a very fine season for the Quakers. And they may not think that right now, or coaches may not think that right now. But I think down the road, they're going to look back and they're going to say, hey, these guys toughed it up. They grounded out game after game. They always came back. They made things exciting. And unfortunately, the Quakers just fell a little bit short to a very fine Cambridge baseball team here this afternoon.
Quaker fans will say goodbye to 4 seniors that were in this starting lineup today who, for their second season in a row, helped guide their team to regional play. And so Brant Wells, Carter Vandal, Maddox Brown, and Caden Stewart all doing work today and throughout the postseason to really establish a new standard. The Quaker baseball team is going to expect to keep getting back to the regionals.
Well, I don't think there's any question. And, you know, Denny, I can think back a long, long time because I'm pretty old. And I don't remember a Quaker baseball team going back to the regional tournament. And, you know, they were trying to become, and they would have had to obviously play and win a game tomorrow to become the first team since the 1980 Rick Sattler-led New Philadelphia baseball team got to the Final Four. And that was actually in my first year of teaching at New Philadelphia in 1980.
A few years ago.
Yeah, it's just a couple.
Well, the Quakers certainly another 16 wins this year. Tyler Weisel puts the bow on his 6th season as the head coach, and lots to be proud of. You don't walk away with your head down from a game like this. They gave everything they had.
They did, and, you know, they're going to have their heads down, and it's going to hurt. And you know what? It's going to hurt because they care. That's why it hurts so much. You know, if you didn't care, no big deal. You just go on your way. But the thing about it is those 4 seniors, I think it was 4 seniors you talked about, and the thing about it is they've got a wealth of people coming back. They've got their number 2 pitcher back who won the district finals. You know, they've got their right fielder back. You know, they've got their left fielder back. They've got their starting catcher. You know, and I could go right on down the line. You know, they've got their shortstop back. You know, they've got their third baseman back. So, you know, they've got some of their pitchers back and everything. And you know, I don't know much about their JV team, I'm going to be honest. But, you know, usually teams that succeed start building that success, and the group behind them want to go ahead and they want to live up to what that team in front of them did. And I think that's very important, and I think Coach will get there. Coach Weisel, he's done a great job. And I don't think you're done seeing the Quakers play deep into the tournament in baseball.
Tyler Weisel ending his 6th season as the head coach. Quakers falling today 3-2 to Cambridge here in the regional semifinals. We'll break here. When we come back, we'll have our Subway Player of the Game, and we hope to get a word from New Philadelphia's Tyler Weisel. That's all up next on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Hello, Dover. Omni Fiber is excited to be a part of your community and offer a new choice in internet service. For a limited time, when you sign up for Omni Fiber, you will get 3 months free internet. That's right, 3 months free. Enjoy the speed and reliability of our new 100% fiber network with upload speeds up to 50 times faster than cable, Ohio-based sales and customer service, and speeds up to 2 gig. Sign up today and get 3 months of Omni Fiber internet on us. Visit omnifiber.com/WJER to learn more.
Pets Place in New Philadelphia is your locally owned leader in pet supply and wellness. Pets Place has products for pets from fish to ferrets, from bunnies to birds, even reptiles, and of course, everything you need for cats and dogs. Stop by and talk to one of their knowledgeable team members about the frequent buyer program. Pets Place, 118 Commercial Avenue Southwest in New Philadelphia. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 8 and Saturday and Sunday 9 to 6. You can also visit at petsplaceohio.com or on Facebook.
This is Don Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Whether it's repair work from a fender bender, the after effects of a powerful storm, or a life-changing moment like a house fire, Kemp Insurance is here to provide unmatched customer service. Kemp Insurance, your local hometown agents for over 35 years.
This is Nathan Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Contact us today for all your auto, home, farm, business, and life insurance needs. We're proud to have been your local hometown agents for over 35 years and look forward to helping you see the difference local agents can make for you. Kemp Insurance in New Philadelphia.
Take your summer projects even further with Kime Loyalty Rewards. Start earning 2.5% back on all purchases when you become a member. Visit us online at kimehome.com for more information, or call us at 330-893-2251 to sign up today. Our Home Center and Charm is your trusted source for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
And we're back at Mazeroski Field. New Philadelphia season comes to an end in the regional semifinals, falling to Cambridge 3-2. Denny Trimmer, Willie Grove, Phil Tidrick. With our post-game wrap-up, we've got hope to get a word with Tyler Weisel. We'll have a Subway Player of the Game for you here in a little bit as well. Willie, hey, thanks for getting some ball games on air in the spring. That's not something we've always been real good at.
No,
but getting some games on during the season, and then when you get into tournament play, you feel like you've seen the team a time or two, and certainly I think that it's something that our listeners and our viewers have enjoyed as well.
Kind of helps when you're an announcer, doesn't it? When you see teams during the regular season, and tournament play, no matter what sport you're in, is just it's a different world. It's the second season. Doesn't really matter how you did in the regular season. You get a chance to go out and prove yourself and move on. And, Sweet 16, I saw a bunch of red shirts over here with New Philadelphia's fan club. And, the stands were filled with red shirts, and they said Sweet 16 on the back. And not too many teams in the state of Ohio can say Sweet 16. Of course,
two times in a row.
And over here, we had all blue. So it was kind of a contrast. We had the line of demarcation right down the middle, home plate, and but it was a great game. Denny, I think from a standpoint as a coach, you see, the first batter get on base for New Philly for the first 5 innings with no outs, and they've got a runner on. It's like that's what you shoot for. That's what you want to do.
It's absolutely something that you shoot for, and it's something we're going to talk briefly here in just a second with Coach Tyler Weisel about. Always gracious to join us after a win, but it means even more that, Coach, you thought to come up and visit with us following a very tough defeat today, 3-2 at the regional level again. Congratulations on the season. I know this didn't turn out the way you wanted. Let's break down the game just a little bit. It seemed like, was it 5 of the first 6 innings we said, Willie?
Yes.
Leadoff hitter gets on base. Those are guys we want to get around and just couldn't get it done today.
Just couldn't get it done. Hats off to the Bobcats. Coach Lowry's got those guys playing extremely well right now. Jake Valentine's no slouch on the mound, that's for sure. Just came up a little short, and that's a tough one. That one's going to sting for a while, and we had solid chances. Just that one's going to sting, and we just didn't have enough today, and that's unfortunately sometimes that's baseball.
Coach, we want to ask you about that double play rule that happened in the 6th inning. It turns out we scored 1 run. It certainly looked like we would have scored a pair in that inning, if not more, because you take an extra out off of the board, grounder to short, and Long slides in what looked from here to be a very clean slide. You tell your runner to break up the play if you can, but don't do anything stupid.
Yeah.
What happened? What was the explanation you got on the field?
The explanation I got from the third base umpire was that he went into the bag, but he was sideways when he slid. So when he slides sideways, he gets outside the lines of the bases, and that's what makes it an obstruction call. So
I don't feel like you're buying that it was much of a sideways slide.
Not quite, but unfortunately that's part of the game. And if we hit a line drive in the center, it's a moot point at best. So.
True that. So 3-2. We knew today would be a battle of aces. Jake Valentine lived up to his end, and I thought. Really, after the shaky first where we gave up 2 runs, Carter Vandal settled in, and he was awfully terrific himself.
Yeah, Carter was fantastic today. He's been our heart and soul on the mound the whole season, and we expected for him to do what he did. He gave up the 2 in the first, no big deal. He settled in, and he threw a ton of zeros in a row. So, we got everything we needed out of Carter. Just came up short a little on the offensive side.
New Philadelphia falling to Cambridge today, 3-2 in the regional semifinals. Coach, you and I talked about it before the game. You get to the regionals in back-to-back years, you're changing the standard. You're setting a new standard.
Absolutely.
For what future teams will be geared towards. So that's a good thing. But you've got to say goodbye today to some seniors that really helped you chisel out what you've accomplished.
Absolutely. Our 5 seniors, they're the reason that we went back-to-back. And, and like you said, it's after last season when we got started in the winter, I always use the term, and it's very cliche, but the standard is the standard. And, this is the standard, but now it's time to take the next step and get to that Friday game, you know, and that's what's going to be the push from here on out. And it's going to be tough to see the seniors go. I mean, this was a legit senior class, you know, that hit the middle of the order for us. There were dogs in the mound for us, and, you know, like I said, this one stings. This one stings really bad. And it's going to be hard not going to the field tomorrow, that's for sure.
Well, Tyler, thank you for spending time with us after this tough loss. We certainly appreciate it. It's been great following you and your team this season. Thank you very, very much for joining us.
Hey, and thank you guys for pulling us around. We really appreciate it. Our guys love when you guys are here, so I really appreciate that.
Tyler Weisel, the sixth-year head coach at New Philadelphia, has, in fact, raised the standard of things here on the baseball side of things for your New Philadelphia Quakers. Congratulations on a great season. Thank you very much for joining us. Folks, we'll be back with more right after this on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Hi, this is Ann Geib, president of the Geib Funeral Homes and Crematories. If our family and staff had the opportunity to share a significant date with you through a program, a meeting, a conversation, or a family remembrance, thank you for allowing us to share in your life. It's what the Geib family and staff have been doing for 5 generations, and it is what we'll continue to do, to take care of whatever you need, in the Geib tradition of excellence.
Tired of unreliable internet service and unexpected bill increases? Experience internet another way, the smart way. Smart Way Communications is your locally owned and operated high-speed internet provider, now serving Dover and New Philadelphia and beyond. Don't get locked into plans with more or less speed than you need. Smart Way is the better way. Local customer service, local infrastructure, and community-minded. That's the smart way to get reliable, affordable internet in Tuscarawas County. Call Smart Way at 740-254-8201, online at thinksmartway.com.
Life moves fast. Can you keep up? Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital Ortho Express Care welcomes patients with no appointment necessary, so injury or joint pain never slow you down. Our orthopedic experts will give you the care you need when you need it. For every break and breakthrough, for every bone and joint, for every care in the world. Walk in for orthopedic care close to you in the Heritage Square Plaza at Dover. Learn more at unionhospital.org/orthoexpresscare.
New Philadelphia falls to Cambridge 3-2 in a Division II regional semifinal baseball contest from Harrison Central's Mazeroski Field. Denny Trimmer, Willie Grove, and Phil Tidrick, happy to bring it to you today. Glad you were with us throughout. Hope you enjoyed the call and the stream. And Phil, it's time, as we've done not only all season during baseball, also basketball, also football, softball that we've had on the air. And I can't think of over the years how many times I've had to award a Subway Player of the Game. Our thanks to the Fitzgerald family for their support of our broadcast and recognizing athletic excellence during our calls. Tough to find because you've got 2 or 3 guys that jump out at you, but our Subway Player of the Game I know is a guy you like.
I do, and it's senior first baseman Maddox Brown. Maddox Brown stepped up for the Quakers big throughout the tournament trail. He was the only Quaker tonight that had 2 hits. He had 2 hits with a double and an RBI, and made some plays at first base, you know, with that big long frame that he has. And for his achievements here, even though it was in defeat tonight in the regional semis, the Subway Player of the Game goes to New Philadelphia senior first baseman Maddox Brown.
Our congratulations to Maddox, and our thanks to all of you back home for listening to us. Our thanks to the gang from Claxon Communications here on site who kept things moving for us, our group back at the station as well for keeping us on the air. But for Phil Tidrick, for our sports director, Willie Grove, I'm Denny Trimmer wishing you all a very good night now.
Subway is upping their game with the All-Star Subway Series menu.
Like number 16, the All-Pro Sweet Onion Teriyaki, a new twist on an old favorite.
Or number 18, the new Ultimate BMT with salami, pepperoni, and Black Forest ham, topped off with extra provolone.
And all of the new Subway Series subs are piled with cheese and fresh, tasty toppings.
I can't wait to try them all.
It's the Subway Series menu, Subway's tastiest menu yet.
2023 high school baseball and softball on WJER is made possible by great local sponsors like Keim Home Center, Wood Electric, Pets Place, Dover Brake, Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, Kemp Insurance, Smartway Communications, T-County Boxing Academy, Wendy's, Geib Funeral Homes, Crematories and Pet Crematory, Subway, Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital, and Omni Fiber. Catch a video replay of today's game on WJER.com/videos or on WJER Radio's YouTube channel. Thanks to our video production team at Claxon Communications. WJER is the sports voice of the Valley.